Ishtiaq Mohammed is the elected councillor from the Respect Party for this area. Councillor Ishtiaq joined the council on May the 3rd, 2007. He can be contacted at mohammed.ishtiaq@birmingham.gov.uk. Sirka TV had a chance to talk with him. Let's hear what he had to say.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm speaking to Ishtiaq, who's a local councillor for this area. Can I first of all welcome you to Spark Hill, rather Poplar Road Fair, and ask you what you think of the fete so far, and how you and your colleagues have contributed towards it.
Well, first of all, congratulations on setting up something like this, and it's a nice day. The kids are enjoying themselves, families are here. I'm sure we could have done it with a few more trees not being here and more facilities for the young children, but unfortunately you can't have that. But alhamdulillah, it's good, the weather's nice. 2 weeks ago we had one of the secretaries or treasurers come from Poplar Road Resident Association to us and said we needed some little bit funding. So we did say yes to it at the time. We funded it, but what we would like to do is work more with Poplar Road Resident Association and trying to get the chairman co-opted onto Sparkbrook Neighbourhood Forum to show us basically what the local problems are on the road and within the area.
Yes, excellent. So can you tell us about what you think of the situation within Sparkbrook and Spark Hill at the moment, and what you guys are doing to address some of the concerns that people may have?
Well, basically, as you know, before we were, it's been deprived for many years, yeah, and people have just forgot about this area. It's about time the city council took this area into consideration and said, look, there's humans living here, they're all taxpayers, and they deserve the same right as people in Hall Green, Solihull.
Okay. And what are we doing to address that concern?
Well, now what we've got now is things have changed. Now, before we had one neighbourhood manager for the whole constituency. Now we've got a ward-based environmental manager. She's only basically covering the Sparkbrook ward rather than covering, before she was covering Spark Hill, Hall Green. So we've got one warden as well, basically, who goes around the area. But hopefully what we are trying to do is work more closely with environmental services and trying to get all the hot spots cleared up, whereas we've got problems with drugs, we've got constant problem with rubbish dumping sites, various other problems we had with dumping sites, we turn them into flower beds as well. So that's what we're trying to do, and now we are tackling graffiti as well, heavily as well.
So just on that note, do you have any aspirations for the area? Do you kind of have a vision of what you want Spark Hill, Sparkbrook to look like in maybe 10 years' time?
But to be honest, I want it to look like what exactly when you drive around Solihull. Exactly, the streets in Solihull are nice and clean. There's no graffiti. We want it to be exactly like that. They always blame the people living in the area. It's not the people. It's the services. If the service is not going to come out and remove the graffiti, if they're not going to keep the area clean, obviously the people are going to be to blame. So at the same time we can educate the people, but at the end of the day, if we educate people, but if the city ain't not going to come out and do anything, then what can you do? You can't blame the local people.
Excellent. Okay, Ishtiaq, any last comments for the residents of Sparkbrook?
Just to say congratulations, and inshallah keep up the good work.
Is there any more funding that can be provided for these sort of events for us at Poplar Road, and also funding for the park, which the park really needs to get it revamped?
The funding, as I spoke to you 2 weeks ago, we were really stretched, and you just had to come in on the last minute. But come April, a new allocation will come through. And by all means, the community chest you can put into the pot. Inshallah, that's not a problem, because we know the work you guys do, and this proves it as well. But as well as the park, we are working with Tracy, Becky Jones, and various other councils are working on trying to get money for this park, so we can make it better than what it is at the moment. Definitely. Where the kids can come in and enjoy themselves, not only having 2-3 swings, but having more activities for the young people, rather than seeing them on the streets, having them in the park. And we can try and find some security as well, where the young people are safe coming into this park as well.
How soon can we get the funding secured for the master plan? Because the master plan is the first thing that the park requires, and obviously that's cost, I don't know, £50,000. So we need that to get done before anything else really can be done. So how soon can we get that secured?
The master plan will first be looked at, and then it'll go to cabinet. The cabinet will push through, and then it'll go to full council. Full council will say yes. So as you know, there is a process that takes place, and we did explain to yourself last time. It does take a while. I don't want to say it'll take a month or two, and then it takes longer as well, because there's no point giving you false hopes coming in and telling you it's only going to take a few weeks.
Councillor, could you give us some indicative time scales perhaps?
It could take 4 or 5 month, could take longer as well.
Take longer. Yeah. Okay, what about maximum?
Well, we are pushing, because what we've said is this side of Sparkbrook's always been rejected. We've had no funding in any of the parks, apart from Farm Park having it many years ago. We've had no other sort of funding coming into these areas, i.e. this park and Larches as well. So we are trying to get funding in to securing money for these 2 parks, and we are working very hard to get this money.
Can I just take you across to another question from another resident?
Yes, I'm the chairman of the Poplar Friends Society Committee. We organize these activities through our own efforts. We have no help from any of the politicians. The politicians totally ignore this area. Our children are getting ruined. Our schools are getting ruined. Our society is getting ruined. People are addicted, getting into drugs and things like that. And I hope the politicians, whether it is whatever politician, whatever party they are, unless they take some active parts in building the society, building the community, we will be getting worse and worse. And I hope the politicians should listen to the community of this area and all of the Birmingham.
Ishtiaq's criticism levelled at the politicians there. How do you respond?
No, he's absolutely right. I mean, people have been rejecting these areas, like I mentioned in my statement earlier. This area has been forgotten for many, many years, but inshallah, things are starting to improve. But as you know, it takes time for improvement as well, because when something's been rejected for a long time, it just takes time to put it back to normal as well, because at the moment we need to work with city officers as well as the police, as well as all our partners, PCT, to get this area back to what it was before.
Okay, I'd just like to say when Councillor Ishtiaq found out what we're doing in the park, and was very supportive. If anything, he did put more funding towards the event, so we'd like to thank you for that. And as you can see, everyone's enjoying themselves, so thank you, Councillor Ishtiaq.
No problem.
Well done.